Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Well, good morning. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. We're glad you're with us today. The river readings are brought to us by Coca-Cola Bottling Company. The Apalachicola River at Bluntstown is 4.4 feet, and when I checked last night, it said the river was falling. I got a sneaking suspicion after all the rain we've had that that's going to change a little bit, particularly if they had much rain upstream, but keep that in mind. And I'll talk later about river readings and whether they're to fish whether they're falling or rising. Choctaw River at Caryville is 2.47 feet. Last time we were on, we filled in here a couple of months ago. It was 6.5 feet. That's how much it's dropped in the last couple of months. The tides are brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn Funeral Home. The tides at Panama City Beach today are at 10 o'clock this morning, 10 a.m. And then it'll be at 8:59. The low tide will be at 8:59 tonight. That's more than a 2-foot drop in the tide change, which is great if you like to fish. The weather is brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning. The low today is 77. We've already had the low this morning, which was about 5 o'clock. The high today will be 87. Folks, we got some hard or high temperatures on the way, supposedly for next week, so stay tuned for that. The marine forecast is brought to us by Maranta Coffee Company. We've got a chance of rain today, 35 to 40%. There's going to be some wind. Wind will be out of the south, 10 to 11 miles an hour, particularly going into this afternoon. Nothing drastic. Water temperature at Panama City Beach is a balmy 87 degrees. This past weekend it was 82. It's really, this last week, it's really changed. Water temperature is real tough right now. So anyway, with that, we're going to take our first break, and we'll be back with you in just a minute. Well, welcome back to Panhandle Outdoors. On my left here, which I reckon would be the right from the viewers, is Ken Paramore. All of you know Ken. And
we're not twins.
No, we're not. We
look like twins today, but we have to celebrate the 5,000 show for Winston by rocking these shirts today.
That's correct. There we go.
So we're not twins, though.
That's right. That's correct. Yep. Though
I got to thinking a while back, whenever he did his 5,000s, that you and I have been a heavy part of this 5,000 over the years, and I look back and it looks like I think we started like 2005 with Winston.
Is that right?
So
Is that many years ago?
So we've been off and on here for 20 years.
Yeah. Winston's been a good friend over the years. He and Gail, his wife, both, and good people.
Yeah. Of course, I think you initially drugged me into the routine.
Well, Winston came to me and he said, "Stan, I need somebody with the LE credentials." And anyway, I said, "I got just the person." And
no, I think the real story was he wanted you to do 2 times a month, and you.
That's right.
You only wanted to do one.
And
so I got roped into doing the other one.
And not only that, I was going to mention this. Sitting here looking at our hair color over the years has changed. There was a viewer for Winston's show up in Alabama that actually wrote the thing that a silver alert had been issued for you and I for escaping from a...
Well, we're not missing today.
So anyway, for Kurt Perry, we thank you for that. Anyway, yes.
Good to see him the other day, too.
I know, it was good to see him. It was good to see you, Ken, your wife, everybody. That we were both at a retirement function recently for Drew Nelson. Drew is long time, he was an officer, investigator. He worked with the Florida Marine Patrol before the Florida Marine Patrol came under the auspices of the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission. And golly, Drew is just a person that all of us loved. Drew and Kathy both.
Yep.
Yeah, and
Sure. We wish him well.
yeah, well, no, Drew is gonna. I don't know what he'll do. He's too young to sit at home, but he'll do something, I'm sure. Ken, in the couple of minutes we've got before we go to break, you guys have got. You're on the state board for the National Wild Turkey Federation.
Still.
And you got a banquet coming up.
We do.
Shortly.
We do.
So if you would talk about that for a minute.
3 weeks out now?
I think that's right.
August 15th, downtown Panama City, First United Methodist Church. It will be our 11th annual. We've done it in the same place for 11 years. We've got a lot of things up our sleeve, which will be surprises that you'll have to attend to see what we're doing.
Okay.
But we'll have live auction, we have raffles, we'll have great barbecue, we'll have great fellowship.
And it's a great place to bring a young person.
That's part of the surprises. We've got some
Right.
youth-only drawings that when a child or a youth walk in the door, they get a ticket of their own. And nobody else gets it but youth. And then throughout the banquet, we'll do a youth drawing for some goodies, and
Good deal.
it'll be a youth-only deal. And we've got some really good prizes lined up. So
Now, you're also looking for sponsors still?
Always.
Okay.
always.
All right.
Actually, we're kind of, I probably say this every year about it, but it's been slow.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to, usually it kind of comes together better in the last
Okay.
couple of weeks, but yes, I need it. If anybody's interested, I've got all the information about
Okay.
a table, and we give recognition at the banquet, and they get into a sponsors only drawing for
Right.
a gun, actually it usually is, and for every 10 sponsors we do a drawing. So if we have 20, we do 2 drawings
Yeah.
for sponsors only.
You-
So
And Ken, when the money, after you pay all the bills and everything is done, where does the money, I tell you what, Ken, hold that thought a minute. We're right up against the break here. We're fixing to take a break, so when we come back out of the break in just a minute, I'll talk to you about where the money goes, it's collected, and one question somebody asked me once is, you guys keep any of the money? And if you would address that. Let's take our next break right now. Welcome back to Panhandle Outdoors. Of course, Ken Paramore, you know Ken well from the years he and I worked together and here serving on the show. Ken was talking about the banquet coming up on August 15th, the National Wild Turkey Banquet down at First United Methodist Church. Ken, where does the money go? What does it benefit that's raised from the banquet?
habitat restoration and preservation of the wild turkey.
And that is on
that's it in a
private
nutshell.
property, or is that on public land?
Well, the monies all go to headquarters, and it's dispersed back to the states based on some formulas and the net amounts that
Right.
it's given back to the state, and then the states decide where to distribute it.
It's primarily spent though on public.
Only on public.
Yeah,
land.
public land, right.
Wildlife management areas in our state is what they're
Right.
called, and we sit down once a year, which I've got a meeting next week, and we decide where to disperse what we're given.
Wow.
And we divide it up amongst the management areas in the state that have requested funds for restoration work.
Right.
So, and they're prioritized, and usually we do about 30 projects a year in 30 different management areas.
How many of y'all
around the state.
are on the state board for the National Wild Turkey Federation, or the state board?
Probably 10 right now.
Okay,
We've had up to 15, and then they come and go,
sure.
and then they get voted in. And I would say about 10 right now. We've got a board meeting in a couple of weeks. So that's where it goes. And
Good deal. All right, August the 15th, can they contact you for information? And then can they come that night?
yep, we'll have tickets at the door.
Okay.
They can come to the door. I like to know ahead
What
of
time?
6 o'clock.
And this again, at First United Methodist Church downtown. They're in. Is it called the Family Life Center? Is that what it's called? The building?
It's the gym.
Okay, where the gym is. Anyway,
it might have a name like that.
Okay.
But I like to know ahead of time because I need to order meals.
Sure, and those meals cost.
Yeah, we have to pay for the meals.
Yes.
But you have to make sure you have enough. So,
Sure.
yeah, we do factor in enough for the people that come to the door unannounced. And the tables that we sell, we know how many people will be at those tables, so that helps.
Do you remember the first year we did the banquet, and I didn't calculate enough on walk-up sales, and I tried to, and we had 2 meals left over, and I was sweating bullets. I said, I'm fixing to have to go to
Yeah, those things happen.
Chick-fil-A or somewhere and buy some.
One year we ran out of iced tea. We had to run get iced tea.
Yeah, yeah, I remember. Yes, I
But
do
it's a good
remember
time.
that.
It's family friendly.
Yep.
We encourage people to bring the kids. The more kids we have in there,
Yes.
the more
Good.
we bring them up.
I want to ask you a question now that I didn't prepare you for this, but I want you to tell me if you know. There's been a lot in the news over the last year or two to 3 actually, about declines in wild turkey numbers, particularly in the South, but a little bit in I don't know if it goes beyond the South or not, to be honest with you, but I know that there was a professor at University of Georgia doing some research. Has anything come out of that yet?
No. Florida's doing some research too right
Okay.
now on some ranches down, mostly about the Osceola turkey. But
Right.
every state's got some of that, and there's a bunch. The more you read, the more you find out there's a bunch of reasons that make it a combination for,
Okay.
and a lot of it is just the mere nature. Regardless, you're only going to have so many out of a clutch.
Right.
Make it to adulthood. And
Right.
the average, I think, is about 2 out
Wow.
of up to 15 eggs, maybe 13 to 15 eggs, I think, somewhere in there. But it's weather, it's habitat, it's
Predators.
it's
I've heard fire ants mentioned.
well, that's probably considered as far as
Yeah.
nest
Predation.
But yeah, it's
I've had people say, well, the coyotes coming in, or coyotes, everyone said, coming in, moving into this part of the country back in, I think our first one showed up in 1979.
But that's not the exclusive reason.
I understand, but I've heard people say that.
Sure.
And
Raccoons are horrible.
they're horrible.
Armadillos get in their nest.
Correct.
Snakes get their nest because they nest on the ground.
And people that do trapping on their property legally, you can't use leg holes, but, well, you can with a permit, but people that trap on their property generally that do raccoon predation, remove raccoons on their property. Hey, listen.
It's never ending.
There's
You can't keep up with them.
No.
You
And there's
try.
no trapping anymore other than that.
No, there's no market for
No,
them.
no market, right.
So-
Yeah. When I moved here, there was a market. Hides, when I moved here in 78, there was a market for hides,
Yeah,
and people were trapping, but now there's no market for
We just
hides.
need to get these turkeys now to start nesting in trees.
Okay, that's an idea. All right, yes, with that, I want to ask you a question now to change gears for just a minute. Have you had any opportunity to do any snapper fishing?
Yes. I've gone 5 times since
Wow.
it's been open.
It's been hot.
It's been too hot. We have managed a couple of decent snapper. My wife caught
That's good.
a very nice kingfish one day. I had a trolling motor break, so that put a kibosh on.
Was it covered under warranty?
No, I'm out.
All right.
So you have to find a place to work on
Wow.
them. It was a 3-week delayed in getting it repaired. And then this weather's come and it's gotten hot. If it's not one thing, it's another.
And then now the snapper season, well, for those that are watching, they probably know this, that are snapper fishermen. Actually, this weekend
31st.
closes when now?
July 31st.
31st, but it opens back up in the fall, correct?
It's closed all of August
Right.
for recreational.
Right.
And then September it opens for the first 2 weeks in September straight.
Right.
And then it goes to 3-day weekends.
Okay. All right. So y'all heard that here. Did you catch anything other than the snapper and the kingfish? Any? My brother was telling me.
Vermilions.
Okay.
You know, some lane snapper, a mixed bag usually.
Okay.
But it was slow for me, and then you don't realize how much you depend on your trolling motor and your spot lock until you don't have it, and you have to fish the way you used to. And
Yeah.
between the tide and the current and the wind, you blow off the spot as soon as you get it on the bottom. So
Yeah.
it's like
It's too deep to put an anchor out for people that don't understand.
It's a pain in the neck anyway.
Yeah.
But,
I know.
So yeah, it hasn't been without its challenges.
All right.
let's
Well,
say.
I'm glad you got it fixed anyway. All right. Let's take our next break right now. Well, welcome back. Thank you for coming back to this episode of Panhandle Outdoors. Ken, we have our drawings now. This is something every Friday that Winston does. And so the first drawing today, Ken, if you'll pull, is for a fried mullet plate at Gene's Oyster Bar. And who is our the viewer that is lucky enough to get that?
Jimmy Thompson from Bayou George.
All right, Jimmy, go by Gene's Oyster Bar and they will have that for you. The next one is for a $20 gift certificate to Tarpon Dock Restaurant, Tarpon Dock Seafood, I mean.
Stan Bourne.
Panama City Beach, B-O-U-R-N-E, Panama City Beach, Stan Bourne. And the last one is for a red snapper from Tarpon Dock.
Ha! Steve Rogers. Congratulations.
All right, Steve Rogers. Steve lives in the Sandhills. So Steve, you got a red snapper at Tarpon Dock. So good to see those. Ken, you had one or two things you wanted to mention.
Real quick, I've got a couple of handfuls of calendars left. I've reduced them and prorated them.
Okay.
Until they're gone, $20 a piece.
Are they having any drawings yet for the?
We have one once a week.
Once a week. So they've already started those. So you're down to.
Started in January.
Okay.
You
All right.
have August,
That's a great deal.
August, September, October, November, December.
So you still got a good deal.
I will also have them on sale at our banquet.
Okay.
Until they're gone.
All right.
Next thing is the new hunting regulations for 25, 26. Have you seen any of them?
No, I usually pick them up about now, but
One that's really important and I didn't know had passed was every tree stand, elevated shooting platform, trail cameras, and ground blinds must be permanently marked with your customer ID number, legible in a conspicuous manner attached to all of the above before placing on wildlife management areas.
well, what about private property? Does not apply.
Wildlife management
So
areas.
if you're going to put up a tree stand, and you're going to leave it there on public land, it's got to have your customer ID number on it
Attached,
somewhere.
legible, in a conspicuous place,
Well,
and identified. So any of them that aren't can be removed by FWC personnel. And
the tree stands can be removed.
yep, if it's not marked, and they can also,
Well, okay.
if people remove them, they can have a consequence for taking them.
Have you heard also on, did you have anything else on new laws or anything?
Well, there's others, management areas. Pine logs go into a 9-day turkey quota, and they didn't have a quota before. Econfine is opening up some dog roads during the close season.
Okay.
For, I guess, vehicular traffic. I didn't get into, every management area's got, some changes.
Okay.
But there's a few up here that had some, but not, the one that I didn't know about was the marking of the equipment, the hunting equipment when you go in.
Tell me, have you heard did FWC change the rules that pertain to out-of-state turkey hunters?
Yes, they now have to purchase a annual non-resident hunting license there's no more, what is it, 3
A
day?
trip.
or
There's no more trip
7 day.
license
Right.
for non-residents that want
Right.
to come to Florida. And in fact, there is a push, or has been a push, to basically do like some other states are doing and say, if you're a non-resident, you can't come to Florida the first week or 2 weeks or whatever. Some states actually have it in place now where you can't come to those states and hunt, to give their own local people or their residents of that state an opportunity to hunt. So anyway, that was, I guess they pushed back on that for right now.
There's been a lot of pressure,
Yes.
especially in South Florida with that Osceola bird.
Correct, yes, yes,
People
exactly.
are paying like $3,000 now to go and hunt one down there.
Yeah.
One bird.
I participate in a drawing on a public piece of property. I'm not going to say where, because I don't want more people to start putting applications in for it. It has gotten insane, the number of applications that FWC gets for that one piece of property. And the last 7 or 8 years that I have put in for it, I have not gotten it, because there's so many people now that are putting in. And these hunts, like you said, what was $3,000?
Some are 2,500, some are 3, some are 2,000, some are guided, some are semi-guided, and some of that's not even including lodging.
A few years ago, on behalf of somebody from Missouri that called me, I checked into getting a guided Osceola turkey hunt, and the cheapest hunt I could find was about roughly $3,000. And that's for one bird, to take you out, let you hunt one bird. So anyway, it's absurd. It's crazy. Somebody asked me about Arlo Kane. Arlo, the last thing I want to say, Arlo is retired wildlife biologist. Arlo is living now in Oregon, of all places, and told me recently, I talked to him on the phone, said he's got wolves on his property, collared wolves running around. Folks, we're out of time. We thank you for watching today. Be here tomorrow.
See you next time.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.